What are PMax campaigns? Why am I talking about them? And why should you use them? That's what I'm going to talk about in today's episode. So PMax campaigns came out a couple of years ago, and at the beginning, in classic Google fashion, they were a little bumpy. They were really only focused on shopping campaigns, and if you had a merchant center, they really didn't work for small businesses and lead gen. Of course, that's changed with time. And now, as a media buyer, we're seeing really good return on investment when it comes to PMax campaigns. And so that's why I'm now talking about it today. PMax campaigns are kind of the newest kid on the block. I would argue that Google still favors it in the algorithm because it's their newest thing. And as you'll see as I go in this video, they are pivoting to very heavy AI, and PMax is going to be their foundational campaign objective tool to do that. What the benefit is of PMax is it shows your ads on all sorts of platforms. This morning, on the day of recording, I was watching Google Marketing Live. This is their annual presentation to advertisers on what upcoming changes to expect on the platform for the upcoming year. They do this once every May. And of course, this year is all heavily focused on AI. And I really wanted to bring this screenshot that I took into this conversation because 50% of consumers are using 5 or more online sources before they buy. We often say you need 12 to maybe 20 touch points with a potential customer from the time they don't know that you exist to the time that they purchase to make that purchasing decision. Marketing is not a one-stop click. It's not, I see your website, I buy, not anymore. This reinforces, they're saying 5 or more online sources. And by that, I think what they mean is not necessarily touch points, but what they mean is they're going to look at your social media, they're going to look at your website, they're going to look at everything before they purchase. And I think that's just something to keep in the back of your mind as we talk about PMax campaigns. PMax campaigns are great for small business owners because we kind of set it up. There's not very much optimization that you can keep an eye on. Once you have it set up properly, it does, in theory, run on its own. There are some keys that I'm going to be talking about in an upcoming workshop on June 5th. If you want to join that before you're watching this, it's a free workshop and we're going to set up PMax campaigns. If you're seeing it afterwards, the recording for the workshop will be somewhere on my YouTube channel. It uses automated bidding, i.e. AI, and targeting strategies to reach the most relevant audience for your goals that you define. And it uses machine learning in order to analyze performance and make real-time adjustments. And where do you shown, this is a screenshot I took today, it gets shown, your ads get shown on all the platforms, and Google is deciding what combinations of your assets that you provide them are going to be shown on all of these different assets in order to optimize your ad spend based on the campaign objectives that you tell it. So the benefit is you can reach more people. You can reach people across all the platforms, especially for local businesses. This can be really key because you can now tie in your direct searches in with your brand campaigns, and you can reach more people. So I actually think it's very powerful for a local-based business. It does improve ad performance. Our service-based businesses, their PMax is actually now becoming their most profitable campaign. That's just how the power is, and there is a key to the setup in order to make it work that way, which we'll talk about in the workshop, but it is one of their best performing campaigns for the most part across all of our clients. And of course, it saves time. A quick overview of how you set it up. Again, there's a whole workshop we're doing on this, but essentially you create your goals. So by your goals, I mean like what is your key objective? For most small businesses, that means I want either people coming to my website and filling out a form, or I want them to call me either directly from the ad or from the website. That's 90% of the time when it comes to small business. E-commerce, fairly self-explanatory. You want them to make sales, make a purchase. But for small business, service-based businesses, it's you fill out a form or make a phone call. So that's going to be your objective. Your objective would be conversions. And then you have to set up your conversions appropriately as well. And then with your target audience. Then you can, and it's going to be changing. I have some wonderful screenshots of how this is going to change, but then you add in your assets. So then you add in 5 headlines, a short headline, a short description, a long headline, a short description, long descriptions, images, videos, your logo, set it all up. And then Google's computer is going to pick and choose the best combinations. I will say that if you're going to set it up, you need everything. If you don't have a video, you need to make a video. In the next slide, this is why. 18% of more conversions. With a PMax campaign, if there's a video, you'll see an 18% lift in conversions. So you need to have videos. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to do a video. Do the video. You got to do the video. Talk to me. I have various ways that you can do videos without necessarily have to be in front of the camera. But do the video. After you have it set up, it's always a good idea to monitor it. Like I mentioned, there is limited ways to manage it. It's not like you can add a whole bunch of negatives, although you can. It's not like a traditional campaign, but do review it and update your assets on a regular basis if it's not performing well. But this is where they're going. They're going completely conversational and AI. So when you start to set it up, they're going to be asking you questions. You're going to put in your website. They're going to pull in your data from your website, and then they're going to walk you through how to set up the ads. The key point in here is if your website doesn't have good quality content, it's not going to perform. So we're going to be moving to a period where the quality of your website and the quality of your content, not the design, but the content that Google can read, is going to be super, super important. And this will be, upwards of 5 years, probably before they're completely automated in Google Ads, but it's going to be important. And if you want to be ahead of the game, you're going to want a quality website so you can take advantage of these new tools. They're going to write your own headlines. Obviously, you can tweak these. I don't think they're ever going to force us not to, but they're going to be writing our headlines and our descriptions and doing everything. They even are adding in tools for you to create your own content. What you're seeing here is a new lead gen campaign that they're launching, but it shows you how they want lots of images, high quality images. They're coming out with a product editor within the system where you can edit your photos and change the backgrounds. Which you can see here, it's like the same image, this one, and they're just changing the backgrounds without having to hire a photographer. They're bringing out a lot of cool AI-based things, and knowing Google, when they have a new tool, they want you to use it. You're probably wondering, well, what if I just don't want to, why are they pushing this on us? And it's because consumers want it. So Google has always responded to consumers first. And as advertisers, we have to adjust to it. So if we're going to have to play the AI game, use their tools. Google's known for favoriting their new tools in the AI or in the algorithm when it comes to ads. And then we'll go from there. So that's a quick overview of PMax. Definitely something to consider. Join the workshop that's on June 5th of 2023. If it's past June 5th of 2023, it should be on my YouTube channel. I don't gate my workshops, and you can watch it. Thank you for listening. See you soon, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.